Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? It's a little wet out there. So thank you for all coming in. I appreciate everybody's patience. I'm here with the District Attorney, Lee Kinlan, Brendan Cox, Albany Police Department. We're here today to talk about 6 Crestwood Court. I know a lot of you have been over there and a lot of you have been asking questions. I appreciate your patience as we were wanting to make sure we had some facts. We're going to be a little bit brief just because this is still a very active investigation and we still have a lot to do. To give you a little bit of history, so on May 21st of this year, the Albany Police Department, we received a call from the Social Security Administration, from investigators with the Social Security Administration, to assist them. They were doing some investigation follow-up to the address at 6 Crestwood Court to check on the welfare of Teresa and Franz Cross, who live at that address and were receiving benefits from the Social Security Administration. We responded there, met up with the investigator, ultimately interviewed Martin Cross, we interviewed Lorenz Cross, I apologize. And it was apparent that Mr. and Mrs. Cross were no longer at that house. That opened up a long investigation between the Albany Police Department, the Albany County District Attorney's Office, the Social Security Administration, and also a partnership with the New York State Police and several other federal agencies to start trying to figure out what was happening from both a financial background and where the Krauses were. That culminated in the execution of search warrants that started on Tuesday, the 23rd. We are still at that residence. Ultimately, yesterday, on the 24th, we did uncover human remains of 2 people in the backyard of 6 Crestwood Court. I just want to be cautious about everything that we say at this moment. We are still in the process of identifying the identities of those 2 people. While we are confident that those are the remains of Franz and Teresa Kraus, we still need to do some work and confirm that's who that is. So we are not going to confirm that is who that is right now because we need to ultimately go through the actual forensic process of identifying that as being them. We're confident that is who that is, but we still need to actually do that process. We are still trying to determine the cause and manner of death of both of those people. So we are still early in our investigation, and it wouldn't be responsible for us right now to comment too much further on the investigation until we ultimately determine cause and manner. So we still have a long way to go in our investigation. So that is where we are at. We will continue this investigation, and we'll come to a conclusion in the investigation, and we'll obviously keep everybody up to date as we get a determination in cause and manner of death. As we're able to determine that, and as we're able to take the next steps, that's where we'll go. But that is where we are right now, still trying to determine that. I certainly want to thank the hardworking men and women of the Albany Police Department, from the responding officers who worked with the investigator to recognize that something was going on, to our detectives who are still on the scene doing the hard work, the New York State Police, our own city Department of General Services that was there helping us out yesterday, the District Attorney's Office, the Social Security Administration, all of their work. The FBI was a big help, and a number of other agencies that have been a help. So
how would you describe Lorenz's cooperation with authorities?
So we have interviewed him, and I'm going to leave it at the fact that we have interviewed him.
Do you know how long the bodies have been there?
That is still being determined.
Chief, earlier you said when your investigator made contact with Lawrence Krause back in, I think it was May, you said it became apparent that those 2 individuals were not holes. Can you elaborate on what made that so apparent?
So I'm not going to get too far into investigations and what they learned. I mean, he had told us that they weren't there, but certainly we had enough suspicion to say we need to find out where they were. We had also gotten a call back in February of 2020 to check on their welfare. At that time, we had gotten information from a neighbor that they had moved away, moved out of the country. We had tried to contact the person that had called us, which was a distant relative that did not live in the area, and we're not able to contact that person, and we had no reason at that moment to find anything more suspicious at that time. But based on all the circumstances in May, we had reason to believe that that information was no longer accurate and we needed to do more work.
Chief, what made you dig in the backyard?
I'm not going to get into the terms of the investigation at this moment. That will be more to come.
Is the investigation shifting to a homicide investigation now?
As I said, the cause and manner of death has yet to be determined. So when that is determined, we will then be able to say whether or not that is.
Where were the elder Krause's Social Security checks going to? Did they have direct deposit? Was someone signing their checks?
So I am going to again defer that this is an active investigation, both from the financial end and the cause and manner of their death.
Does Lawrence Krause work?
I'm going to leave all of that with the investigation. Okay? So we're going to leave this here. We will give you an update as we move this on. Like I said, this is still a very active investigation. I'm going to close the Crestwood Court conversation. Are there any questions? We also had a homicide this morning at the 300 block of Sheridan Avenue. Unfortunately, a 29-year-old gentleman at about 6 a.m. this morning was stabbed. He unfortunately is deceased. That is an active investigation as well. We do know that the case certainly appears that the person that would be responsible for that as we build our case is somebody that would have been known to that person. That is still a very active investigation. We do not believe that there's any danger to the public, and we believe that will come to a successful conclusion shortly.
Do you have any details of what led to the stabbing?
I do not have any details as to what led to that as of this moment, other than the fact that it certainly appears that the individual that would be responsible is somebody that would have known the person that is unfortunately deceased at this moment.
Going back to Crestwood, though, is there a timetable for the autopsies?
I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to close the conversation out on Crestwood. Okay?
On the stabbing, I believe in the release it said he was found between two buildings. Do you know if that's where the stabbing happened or whether he had been inside?
The stabbing happened inside.
And are you able to release the person's name for the stabbing?
We're still in the process of making sure that all next of kin have been notified, so we'll release that later on once we're confident that all of the people have been notified.
What's the current situation regarding the police force? How many men and women are we down right now?
So we're probably about 75 officers down. We have a class that's in right now, and we're in the process of hiring a new class. We just gave a test on Saturday, so we are continuing to actively recruit. We're actively providing tests, and we're actively hiring. Join the APD.com.
I just have one more question regarding the Crestwood situation. How old was that couple?
I have it right here. Just give me 1 second. Thought I had it right here. We'll get it for you because I want to make sure you have the exact ages. You're welcome.
Were the elder Krauses American citizens?
To my knowledge, yes.
Do you know if Lawrence Krause has German citizenship?
I do not know. Okay. Thanks, folks.